Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, January 8th. This is my kind of film reviews video that I'm gonna try to do this year. Like I said, I still haven't decided whether it's gonna be every week or every 2 weeks. But this is just gonna show from what I've watched since New Year's Day to yesterday. Though I didn't watch anything yesterday, but you guys know what I mean. So I am watching something right now, but I'm not gonna add it till the next video. So we will just get started. First thing I watched, because it's the new year, and obviously you can tell what that is. I'm doing my Doctor Who marathon, and started off with Unearthly Child, the very first episode, Story 1, which debuted November 23rd, 1963, and hasn't stopped since. This is where we meet the Doctor for the first time and his granddaughter. It's a really good episode. It's kind of strange, where they're from London and then go all the way back to cave time, but it's really good. I think the first part is really good, where they're trying to trying to figure out what's the deal with the character of Susan. How come she's a genius at some stuff, but kind of not so with others, like money and shit, but knows a lot about science and math and all that. But I don't know where this would rank in my favorite episodes, but it'd probably be pretty high up because it is the first. So there we go, Doctor Who and Unearthly Child. And still continuing on with Doctor Who, I watched both The Daleks and Edge of Destruction. It's kind of funny because The Daleks basically debuted a month after Doctor Who started, and they are probably one of the most feared and yet loved villains in the Doctor Who universe. The Daleks is, I don't know if they'll show the time. It's probably the longer video, or the longer one. It's got like 20-minute episodes. So that's the Dalek one. And it's a really good one where you, like I said, you get introduced to the Daleks. So, oh, sorry guys. And you never saw the Daleks again till a couple episodes later, because I think they thought it was just they were gonna be a one-off. Well, I mean, hello, they ain't a one-off. They've been around since the beginning, basically. It's a really good episode. And that blah blah blah. I can't talk. Okay, and there's Edge of Destruction, which is a very kind of bizarre episode. At the end of the Daleks, you see the TARDIS kind of acting strange, and then the four of them are knocked unconscious, and they wake up not remembering anything. It's a really weird thing, and it gives you the hint that the TARDIS isn't just a ship; that the TARDIS is a thinking sentinel machine. So it's kind of a, like I said, really bizarre episode. Not one of my favorites, but I watch it every now and then. So there we go, the Daleks and Edge of Destruction. And the first movie I watched of this year was Captain America: The First Avenger, which I kind of really regret not going to see in the theater, because it was a really damn good movie. Because I know a lot of people, when Joe Johnston was announced as the director, because he's one where some of his films you like, some of his films you hate. Like, I know a lot of people hated the Wolfman remake. I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, The Rocketeer, Jurassic Park 3, and all that. But this I thought was very good, with the fact that we also, because we know you have Superman, Batman, the X-Men, Spider-Man, all that, and finally one that's, well, this has been done, but it was done very badly. The original 90s movie was really shitty. But it's got a really good cast. Chris Evans was great, though he really cannot escape doing comic book movies. Like, I know he declined this role a few times before saying yes. Well, I can't blame him. I mean, Fantastic Four movies, Push. I mean, the guy can't get out of the comic book genre, but he did a fantastic job playing Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, whichever. And the cast was good. I liked her. She was a ballsy character. Penny, I think her name was. Was her name Penny? I don't. Well, her character's name, but the actress is Haley something. She was good. And of course, Tommy Lee Jones, who is just a ball to watch and whatever, and Hugo Weaving as the bad guy, really cool. So I gave this an 8.5 out of 10. It was probably one of the best movies I saw last year. So there we go, Captain America, the first Avenger, and can't wait for the Avengers coming out this summer. Yay! Move that around. And then the next movie I watched was Predator, and the Blu-ray for this is really good. It's just too bad there's no special features, except for trailers. But, I know the other one has a really shitty picture on the Blu-ray. I don't think I'll get that one. You all know the premise of this. It's a really great movie. Has a really great villain. Of course, the Predator being an alien who basically come in to kill and collect trophies. I saw this when I was a kid, like when I was about 8. Though it was on TV and still cut, it still scared the hell out of me. But it's an awesome, awesome movie. So, not much else you can say. So, here we go, Predator. And next one up is another Doctor Who one, and that is The Keys of Marnus. Very weird story, but enjoyable. So, I actually like the fact that one of the guys is the guy who played the Ghost of Christmas Present in Alistair Sim's Christmas Carol. I was like, oh my god, that's him. Very weird. They go to this planet and they have to try to find these keys, and it's basically one of those quest type things. They go here, they go here, they go here, and I think it was the last hour, the last 2 episodes that were really boring, which kind of made the story go down. But really good. The other episodes, still enjoyable. Probably in my. I can't make a top whatever yet. I have a very long way to go. So there we go, The Keys of Marnus. Next one up, one of the horror movie documentaries I have, which is also going to be the first series, second film series I watch, and that is His Name Was Jason, the ultimate retrospective of the groundbreaking horror series. The only problem I have with this one, the Halloween and Psycho one, is they're only an hour and a half long. They should be like the Nightmare one and be 4 hours. But it is good. It got a lot of cast members from all the films, including Freddy vs. Jason and the remake, to talk about the making of the movie, the fun stuff that happened, the bad stuff that happened on filming. But it's a really good one. I like the fact that they did get some people from the 5th one, because the 5th is kind of remarked as the black sheep of the series. Either that or the 8th one. But I love the fact they actually show the the funny video game, because the video game was bad, but it was kind of fun to play and try to do the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out thing to Jason, which was really fun. So this is a really good documentary. So I actually should have said Predator was 8 out of 10, and this is an 8.5 out of 10. Sorry, I gotta give my ratings. Hello. But yeah, really good one, still enjoyable. You don't have to rewatch the series to watch this. You can watch this anytime. So there we go. His Name Was Jason. And next one up was Predator 2. One of my favorite sequels. I think a lot of people do diss this one, but I thought it was fun. The Predator in LA, with all that craziness going on. With Danny Glover, Gary Busey, and Bill Paxton. I mean, you can't go wrong. Of course, this came out in 1990, I think. Yeah, 1990, and unfortunately, a year later, Kevin Peter Hall, who played the Predator, he passed away, which is depressing because the guy was more notable for playing monsters. I think I only saw him, like, he is on screen for about 5 seconds in the first movie, but the only other film I know where he's not wearing makeup or costumes is Big Top Pee Wee. But of course, he played the Predator, he played Harry in Harry and the Hendersons. But yeah, I thought this was a really good sequel, really fun. So yeah, and it's an 8 out of 10 for me. So there we go, Predator 2. Another Doctor Who one, and that is The Aztecs. Not, again, not another favorite, but I will watch it. Oh, excuse me, watch it when I do the marathon. You know, they go back to the Aztecs time, yada yada. It's kind of, really, it's actually kind of a boring episode. Not one of my favorites, and not really much to say about. So we'll just move on. So, Doctor Who The Aztecs. And next one up is Friday 13th Uncut, though really it's only like 2 scenes that are new in the film. Always been one of my favorite horror films, and though like Halloween would probably be, or Psycho is my favorite horror film, this is actually my favorite horror film series. But really good movie, good villain with Mrs. Voorhees, good hero with Alice. Directed by Sean S. Cunningham. Has some kick-ass music. Well, everybody knows this movie, so I don't really have to go into it. And it's an 8.5 out of 10 from me. So we'll just move on, because like I said, everybody knows this movie. Everybody's seen it. It's only 32 years old. So, so there we go, Friday 13th. And another Doctor Who one, and this is one of my favorites, and it's my favorite in the William Hartnell one, and that is the Dalek Invasion of Earth. This is a really good one where they think they've gone home and they realize there's some odd stuff happening. They're in London, and at one point they're noticing they're not hearing anything. No birds, no song, no things from Big Ben, no people wandering around. Then you really get the thing that something is wrong, because there's a poster saying it's against the law to dump bodies into the river, and you're like, what? And then you see the people with weird looking helmets that start acting like robots, and they're like, what the hell's going on? And then a Dalek comes out of the water, and then you realize the Daleks are here. It's just a really great story. It's a 6-parter. It's also got a really kind of sad ending, because in the midst of all this, Susan falls in love with this character, David, and of course, she doesn't want to leave her grandfather. But it's like the dilemma, does she choose this new guy, or does she choose her grandpa? And he makes the decision for her. He basically locks her out of the TARDIS, and it's a really beautiful speech that he gives at the end, and it's really sad. You can't help it, you want to cry. And it ends with Dr. Ian and Barbara leaving, and Susan staying and being with David. But it's a really good episode, very fun. So, but very depressing ending. So there we go, the Dalek Invasion of Earth. And next one up is The Rescue. It's only got 2 episodes, so it's not very long. But it was a really good one where they land on this planet and they discover a crash ship, and it's got this girl who's almost reminiscent of Susan. And they want her to come along because they feel like they need a 4th person, and they need that kind of adolescent charm that is needed. Really good one. I love the fact that you can tell that the doctor's kind of a little down from saying goodbye to his granddaughter, like doing things that he normally doesn't do, like sleeping through the TARDIS, materializing, and at one point they're trying to figure out where they are, and he actually says, Susan, can you check? And he stops himself, realizing what he's done. But it's a really good one. So we'll just probably one of my 4th favorite in the William Hartnell era. So there we go, The Rescue. And next one up, and it's the first film series I've finished, and that was Predators. I really liked this because I didn't know what to expect with this, but I thought it was really good. You had Adrian Brody, you had Danny Trejo, but to me, this girl who played the sniper, I thought she was like the best character in the film. It's produced by Robert Rodriguez. I thought it was really a good, enjoyable film. I know not a lot of people liked it, but I'm like, hey, at least between this and Alien vs. Predator 2, I'd rather watch this because this is a better film. Really fun. So there we go. And this is an 8 out of 10, and this is the first film series finished in 2012. So there we go, Predators. And the next ones are Doctor Who ones. First one up is The Romans, which is probably very much my least favorite. Between the Aztecs and this, I'd rather watch the Aztecs. Not really a fun episode, kind of boring and pointless. Not not even worth reviewing. I just didn't like this, but I'm not getting rid of it because one, it's Doctor Who, and two, it's part of a box set. So there we go, The Romans. Next one up is one that a lot of people don't like, and I actually thought it was enjoyable. Maybe it's because of my monster geekiness, love of Godzilla stuff that I like this one. Because I know Tracy, Darth Alexa, didn't like this one. She said it's one of her least favorites, and that is The Web Planet. I always liked this one. I don't know why. Because you got the zombie? Yeah, the ants and the bugs. Let's put it that way. And for someone who is a Godzilla fan and loves B sci-fi things, like, you can't get more B sci-fi than this episode, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Ow, my hand's hurting. But yeah, it was really fun. It's a pretty long episode. Like, it is, to me, unnecessarily long, but I enjoyed the Zabi, I think they're called, and the Monatra. That's what these guys are called. I enjoyed this one. I thought it was a fun episode. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like it, but whatever, that's their choice, and that's mine. But, really fun. So, there we go, Doctor Who, The Web Planet. And the last one for this video is, this is the Lost in Time box set, where it shows some of the missing episodes from the first and second Doctor's era. And what I watched was The Crusade, only... Oop. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. So, The Crusade, episode 1 through 3, and 1 and 3. But it also has, like, the audio, so I listened to that. I actually enjoyed that from what I watched, and I gotta get the Target book that is out. Because I have one for The Abominable Snowman, so I'll read it and watch that. But I like it because I was watching it. Because one of the actors in it is Julian Glover, who, of course, we know from Empire Strikes Back. He had a brief part in that. He played the bad guy in not From Russia with Love, Fear Eyes Only, and, of course, played Donovan in Indiana Jones' Last Crusade. Well, obviously, if you think The Crusade, come on, takes place during King Richard or whatever that time. It's a really good episode. I wish they could find more of it. But BBC sucks, because that's, like, look at all those episodes gone. Like, this is the one I really would love to see, because this is an 11 or 12 part series. And the very first episode, Nicholas Courtney, aka the Brigadier, was in, but not as that character. But yeah, I wish they would find more, or do what they did with The Invasion, which is, they have the soundtracks animated, because they animated those episodes of The Invasion. So there we go, The Crusade from the End of Time box set. And that is the end of this week's reviews. Sorry I didn't really say much, because a lot of them a lot of you guys have seen, and I don't really have to describe anything. So yeah, So like I said, I don't know if I'll do this every Sunday or every 2 weeks or whatever, but you'll find out when the next video comes up. So yeah, that is the reviews for this week. I don't know when my next video will be because I don't have any DVDs or anything to show because I am broke. So on that note, I hope you guys have a good day, watch a shitload of movies, and of course, as always, rate, comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.